Thoughts.
Life is good. This is what the message of creation conveys, and this message is love, as it is expressed in true form in all things. May the human being, therefore, open his or her eyes to it, and see and experience the world and life so full of wonders, as both are actually full of them. May he or she perceive the world and the life with all their senses, thoughts and feelings, and not simply look at it unawares, so that they become aware of the real life again, and live in the world of reality, in which true love is omnipresent and only has to be recognized and perceived. May humans therefore walk through the world and through life with open senses and cultivate happy relationships with their fellow human beings in order to give themselves and all others joy, love and peace as well as harmony, and have the realization that every day he or she has 1,000 reasons to be grateful to life and to live it in honor and dignity. While some appearances in the world and among human beings may sometimes give rise to critical tones and evoke ironic or unfriendly thoughts and feelings that give rise to momentary joylessness or lower morality, in the end the guarantee remains that it is true happiness and a good coincidence, as well as an act of creational love, to have been born into this world and into this life. May the human being perceive his or her life and the world in peace and harmony, and also live in this peace and harmony as it corresponds to their inner concern. May they bear in mind, however, that they will only be able to accept themselves and their fellow human beings if they are in accord with themselves, and practice tolerance not only towards themselves but also towards their fellow human beings, and spread love, joy, peace, and harmony. For every human being, this is a life task, besides the fulfillment of the meaning of life, which lies in the striving for something higher and more perfect. Only in the fulfillment of these values can the human being be at peace with themselves, with their life, and with the world. And the person who is pure with themselves lives in peace and radiates a pleasant attraction which touches their fellow human beings. The human being, however, is not born in this purity, but has become it through their own efforts. In doing so, reasons of rationality as well as the need for peace, love and harmony or joy may have been originating factors, but perhaps also sadness or bitter experiences and insights, which led to the recognition that things could not go on in the old style, and that it was therefore not possible to continue to live past the life and reality of the world. Since time immemorial, the human being has endeavored to find his or her equals and to create a natural and harmonious, and thus also peaceful and love-strengthened relationship with their environment, because it is in their nature to do so. From the very beginning, however, this presupposed the overcoming of one's own ego, shaping and harmonizing it correctly, and thus finding one's way to one's fellow human, getting to know and understand him or her, standing by their side and being helpful in all situations of life, both in good and bad times. This means, however, that true love must also be felt for him or her, love that must not simply be built up emotionally, but through a true feeling. And only this true love creates reverence and dignity. Only in this form can humans live what they speak: true love, peace, freedom, and harmony. And only if the human being actually lives these values can he or she not be drawn to repetition, because these values are continually renewed and become greater goodness and authenticity. So may and must the human being always exemplify and therefore demonstrate what he or she demands of their fellow humans. May the human being also know about the fallibility of humans in general, and may he or she forgive this fallibility in true love, indulgence and understanding, both in respect of decency and morals, but also of ignorance, poverty or wealth, physical handicap, beauty or ugliness or other externalities, etc., May humankind only look inward at his or her fellow human beings and perceive their true nature, and not just look at it blindly and superficially. And he or she may also consider that the appearance of pure observation and contemplation is very often deceptive, because there is no actual perception of the effectiveness. Thus, an unsophisticated one can be extremely sensitive, knowing, full of love, and be wise, but the supposedly noble and worldly one can be a true devil in his or her thoughts and feelings and in their actions. Some humans recognize the truths of life and the world and live according to them. Thus they find inner calm, inner peace, inner freedom, as well as true love of feeling and harmony. Thus they find harmony with their fellow human, find balance and comfort in dealing with themselves and with their neighbor, and true love thus becomes their lasting validity and an indisputable value of life. And when a human being has once discovered and experienced the value of true love and adheres to it, they have gained an invaluable life content that cannot be surpassed by anything. Nothing can harass the human being any more in this love, even if the world were full of devils.
Niederflax, Bullock Ch. Saturday, September 16, 1950, 1816 HRS Edouard, 13 years old.